I've always been interested in music, so I learnt to play the piano between the age of 6 till about 13. I got to grade 5 on the piano. So I've always been musical, but with the implant, I can hear the sound better. Everything's more crisper. I go to theatre. I do enjoy going to watch musical theatre as well as stage. But still won't like rap. You're not going to get me to do rap.
I was able to do a music workshop at the Auditory Implant Centre, which was very helpful. Music is now a great pleasure. I don't think that it sounds quite as it used to if I listen to some of the old songs of the 1970s that were my heyday, but new music that I've never heard before can be a great pleasure.
I also went to a music workshop. Music was a large part of my hearing days, but I love classical music. After the implant, I sometimes still listen, but it somehow doesn't sound the same as it used to, what I remember it used to. So it's not the same as it used to be. And also, don't forget, after 30 odd years, you forget, if you don't use something, you don't really miss it after a while. But I do listen sometime.
Music doesn't sound the same. Once again, your brain has to go on a learning curve with music. I find listening to, I'm 70, you listen to the Beatles songs, say, doesn't sound quite the same. But after a while, I get the tune and I get the voices, but it isn't quite the same. But perfectly, I can sing along quite happily.
In respect to music, it's rather a complex story. All of the notes sound a bit out of key, and that really is a matter of getting used to how the notes sound through the implant. In terms of singers that people are familiar with, if you take someone like Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, or Emmylou Harris, they sound fine, but they're a bit out of key. Of course, they're not out of key, it's just the hearing. When I first started on music, I actually bought the video of The Sound of Music because there are a lot of soundtracks there which don't go too far in range. They're quite enjoyable to watch. And it helped, I think, as a start to appreciate music.
With the implant, music sounds quite natural, and I usually listen to music, all the time on my way to work, back from work. When I'm having just a break or something, it's just quite natural and I'm enjoying it. I picked up music straight away, and it was quite natural from the beginning.
I've always liked listening to music, and it's been a joke in the house that I got stuck in the 80s because of how my hearing had developed or deteriorated. But now I can hear lots of stuff much better. I can now pick up a song after a couple of lines instead of waiting for the chorus or the best verse I know. And it's great. It's great to rediscover it. But as I've said before, with my voice, it's hard to hear me singing it.